Hey guys, Red here from yugioh, and today I have some early banlist discussion. As you can tell from the title of this video, it's about why I believe summon limit is unhealthy for the game and should be banned on the next Forbidden Unlimited list. Floodgates are controversial cards. If you don't know, floodgates are cards that prevent players from using certain mechanics of the game freely, and they come in all shapes and forms. But even if there is debate on whether floodgates in general are healthy for the game or not, Konami seems to be promoting these types of cards and printing them, with recent reprints of Ghost Match and Rivalry of Warlords, and newer cards like There Can Only Be One, and most of the time they don't see them as a problem, at least not enough to put them in the ban list. So it's safe to say that floodgates are here to stay. As I said, this video is about summon limit, and why I think it is unhealthy, and for this I need to contrast it with other floodgates that are being played right now. So this is going to be a lengthy one, which is why I'm going to get right into the discussion in 1 second, but I wanted to give proper thanks to my friend yugioh for giving me the inspiration and the idea to make this video. I'm going to leave a link below for you to check out his channel. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. About 3 years ago, Konami made the decision to ban Vanity's Emptiness, and while I believe that we can all agree that Vanity's Emptiness is an unhealthy card, this action set a precedent for how Konami would treat floodgates in the future. And I think the difference between Vanity's Emptiness and, let's say, the Artifact engine is how Vanity's Emptiness completely locks you out of the special summon mechanic, while Artifact Scythe just locks you out from the extra deck. In the same vein, Dimensional Barrier just locks you out from one summoning mechanic, and the same thing could be said about other modern floodgates. Even when you look at hand traps, Konami has been moving from completely shutting off your opponent, the way Drone Lockbird does, or the way Max C keeps on generating advantage, to hand traps like the Ghost Girls and Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. So when you take this into consideration, it could be said that newer cards promote the intelligent timing of interactions, instead of letting players completely shut off their opponents. This can actually be taken into consideration in the discussion of floodgates, when you see that Rivalry of Warlords, Ghost Match and There Can Only Be One don't just completely shut off players, but actually promote intelligent deck building choices. For example, with Danger Burning Abyss, a single rivalry can shut off their plays, but this is an inherent flaw of the strategy. Meanwhile, Ghost Match really hurts them, locking them out of Dante, but allows for the deck to reach their most consistent win condition, which is Borrels or Dragon. So you can choose to play a variety of Dark Link monsters to climb up to Borrels or Dragon, and it is an intelligent deck building choice, in the sense that not doing it actually means that you are not taking into consideration the existence of Ghost Match. So in contrast, Summon Limit resembles Vanity's Emptiness much more than it resembles Rivalry, Ghost Match and There Can Only Be One, and even the Artifact engine. You can even compare it to other newer floodgates that as well promote intelligent gameplay choices. When you look at a card like Quiet Life, which is not a good card but shows how Konami has been printing newer floodgates, Quiet Life promotes interesting gameplay choices where Summon Limit just says you can play, because there is no reliable way to work around Summon Limit. Summon Limit just stops you mid-play. You can see it coming, and when it hits you, you can continue your play. It basically ends your turn, and the fact that negated summons count towards those 2 summons that you have per turn further extends the gap between the player that has already established their board and the player who is hit with Summon Limit. Decks like Subterrors can abuse this, and if they manage to interrupt your summons with cards like Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning or Solemn Judgment, they can actually put you in a very awkward position. In conclusion, if Konami keeps on printing faster and faster archetypes that need to turbo through their extra deck, Summon Limit may seem like the way to go, but it is actually an extreme measure. When you compare it to other floodgates, Summon Limit falls out of place. It doesn't promote healthy interactions or deck building choices. It just requires you to be able to deal with it right away, or punishes you for your bad luck. Okay guys, so that's all I have to say for this video, and if you disagreed with anything I said, or have a different take on any of my points, feel free to leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Once again, I want to thank yugioh for giving me the idea to take on this huge topic that are floodgates, and if you want to discuss this topic or any other topic, you can follow both of us on Twitter, which is where most of my thought process and opinions go, outside of these videos that can only actually touch on one subject at a time. Once again, thank you very much for making it to the end, and adios.